Hello, good morning everybody, and thank you very much for your inspiration that you people are giving me and my today's lecture. So चलिए जल्दी से टाइम वेस्ट किए बिना मैं आपको बता देती हूँ. My today's lecture is on IELTS Writing Task 1 बार चार्ट. मेरे एक लेक्चर के अंदर मैंने आपको लाइन ग्राफ लिखना सिखाया था. लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में है. और उससे भी पहले मैंने आपको किसी भी ग्राफ की इंट्रोडक्शन लिखनी सिखाई थी. उसका भी लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में है. तो आज जो हमारा आईएलटीएस की सीरीज का नेक्स्ट वीडियो है दैट इज बार चार्ट. बार चार्ट जिसमें मैं आपको इंट्रोडक्शन, देन बॉडी पार्ट एंड कंक्लूजन सब चीजें सिखाऊंगी. बट फॉर दैट you have to go for my previous videos also. आपको मेरे पुराने वीडियो लाइन ग्राफ और उसका जो मिस ग्राफ्स का जो इंट्रोडक्शन है, जिनका लिंक मैंने पहले भी बोला डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में है, उनको प्लीज हैव अ ग्लांस ऑन दैट. फिर इस वीडियो को देखिएगा. देन बार चार्ट वुड बी वेरी 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 इजी. आपको कभी ये फील ही नहीं होगा कि आपको बार चार्ट नहीं आता था. तो प्लीज एंड तक इस वीडियो को देखिए and then say me if you have learned something, everything or not. Any problem, comment me, then I would be here to assist you. चलिए जल्दी से स्टार्ट करते हैं without any delay. Hi, let's start our bar chart. Actually, bar chart writing is very easy as the line graph is easy. But before writing down this bar chart, before teaching you this bar chart, I would like to say you that you just take care of three things. Number 1, pre-writing. Number 2, writing. Number 3, post-writing. Writing and post-writing we'll do together, but now we are going to do pre-writing. Now what do we mean by pre-writing and why pre-writing is needed? First of all, what do we mean by pre-writing? Actually in pre-writing we need to take care of 5 things. Number 1 is information. Means you just check what the statement is saying to you. For example, over here the bar chart shows about changes. Changes, if possible, in pre-writing on your question paper, just by the side of graph, just write down the synonyms. Like changes, synonym is variations, like I have written over here. In average property, prices. Prices means cost in 4 cities. So 4 cities means blue color Sydney, red color Mumbai, green color New York, and black color is Dubai. Between 2000 and 2012 means 12 years duration has been given to us compared to 1999. So they have given us the changes in average property prices in 12 years duration compared to 1999. So information is over. Now comes to extra information. Extra information means what the statement is not saying to us, but on x-axis and on y-axis of the graph they have given us some information. And on the graph itself, for example here on x-axis 4 cities have been given to us. As I said to you before, blue color Sydney, Mumbai red color, New York green color, Dubai black color. And on y-axis, negative means decreasing and positive means increasing. And changes in prices are given in percentage. And this 12 years duration is divided into 2 intervals. First interval 2000 to 2005 and second interval 2006 to 2012. So extra information is over. Number 3, vocabulary that you need to take care of. Now vocabulary means what vocabulary you are going to use in the particular graph in your writing module. So if possible, write down that word, write down that vocabulary on your question paper. Like I have written over here, increased and decreased. Now why increased and decreased? just number 4, take care of your tenses. Actually, tenses. Normally, means when 2020, see your current year is 2020, you are going to give your exams in 2020. So means simple present tense, before 2020 means simple past tense, and after 2020 you use future tense. That also I will teach you. And one more thing, actually so many students, they write on the body of the graph in continuous tenses and perfect tenses also. No worries, it's not wrong, but I recommend you to use simple tenses. Now, so we need to use over here in the body of graph simple past tense, introduction simple present, and overview also simple present. Now last is data. So you need to take care of the data also, because data wrong means everything is wrong. So if possible, in pre-writing, see judge, like this is 5% increment, this is approximately 10%, again is approximately 10%, is 6 to 7%, and this is normally means I can say that 2 to 3%. This is decrease by 10%. It's between 10 and 15%, and this is again by 10% decrease. So in this manner, we can do pre-writing just to save ourselves from silly mistakes. That's why we need to do pre-writing. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you some time to draw this graph. Learn bar chart with me. Have pen and paper with you. Draw it. Bar chart, learning bar chart writing is really very easy. Okay, let's start. Okay, now everyone has drawn this graph. Now let's start writing graph. I'm going to start from introduction that I have already taught you in my previous video lecture. The link is given in the description box. Please see it. But again, I'm going to refresh your memory. First of all, for introduction, we need to take care of 3 things. Number 1, type of graph. Means introduction must include type of graph. For example, over here, see the bar chart. So the type of graph I have written. Second thing is information. Means the statement. Means what the statement is saying to us. The bar chart here compares the variations. See, instead of changes, I have used the word variations. So I am paraphrasing the statement. Variations in the average cost of property. See, instead of prices, I am using the word cost. Again, I am paraphrasing. See, very careful. In this manner, you can get more bumps. Cost of property in 4 cities. Alright, 4 cities were not written in the statement. So I am adding extra information now. In 4 cities, in 2 intervals, that was also not mentioned in the statement. So I have taken that from the graph. In 2 intervals, 2000 to 2005 and 2006 to 2012. Compared to the prices of that means property in 1999. The cost is measured in percentage. So means y-axis. So I have included type of graph, information and extra information. In this manner, writing introduction is really very easy. Now, before moving ahead, I am going to do post-writing also. As I said to you before, that with writing, I will do post-writing. Post-writing means what? Just check your introduction, means check your introduction, check the body of graph what you have written. For example, over here, I'm going to check it. Just to check the spellings. I'm going to check the spellings. I'm going to check that whether I have written the correct information or not. The bar chart compares the variations in the average cost of the property in 4 cities in 2 intervals, 2000 to 2005 and 2006 to 2012. Compared to the prices of that in 1999, the cost is measured in percentage. So yeah, of course. So means my post writing is also over. So introduction is totally correct. So in this manner, you can write down introduction, means you can do writing and post writing together. Now I'm going to give you some time just to write down the introduction. In your words also you can write it down and then send me. You can mail me. My mail ID I'm going to show you in this lecture. You can WhatsApp me also. So just you have some time to write down the introduction. Alright, introduction is over. Now let's go to body part. Actually, writing body of this bar chart is as much easy as that of line graph. That I have taught you in my previous video lecture. The link is in the description box. Here to write down the body part of this bar chart also, or any of the bar chart also. Just convert this bar chart into line graph. See, I have converted. Then group the data. See, for increasing trends I have grouped and for decreasing trends also I have grouped. You can start writing body of this graph from here also. Clearly the prices of property in New York and Dubai. In New York and Dubai. See, I have started writing body of this bar chart with active voice. So many students think that if they write down, if they use passive voice in writing module, they can get more bands. Okay, that's true. But first of all, priority is what? Priority is grammar, data, and coherence and cohesion. These 3 things should be correct, must be correct, I say. Right? So instead of passive voice, you can use active voice also, but make sure that coherence and cohesion, data, and vocabulary is 100% correct. If you go to write down passive voice but there is no coherence and cohesion, there is no correct data or no correct vocabulary, no correct grammar, then there is no use of passive voice. Okay? So, if you don't know passive voice, you can write down in active voice also. I have started, see, subject is what? The prices of property in New York and Dubai. This is past participle MV2 by 5 to 10% from 2000 to 2005. Whereas, see the vocabulary. Again, the link of my this video lecture also is in the description box, in which I had taught you the graph vocabulary. So this is contrast. See, previously the prices were increasing, now the prices are decreasing. So whereas the cost, so instead of prices I have used the word cost of the same means property, decreased. So decreased by nearly because it's not exactly 10% to 13% in Mumbai and Sydney. Yes, Mumbai and Sydney. Then the cost of that means property in 1999. So in this manner you can start writing body of this bar chart or any bar chart. Just change the data, the duration or the places. Now I'm going to do post writing. Post writing just to check the spellings. or grammar. Clearly, the prices of property in New York and Dubai increased by 5 to 10%, 5% to 10% from 2000 to 2005, whereas the cost of the same decreased by nearly 10% to 13% in Mumbai and Sydney than the cost of that in 1999. Just take care of full stops and commas. So, post-writing is also over. Now I'm going to give you some time to write down this body part. Alright, now start. Okay, now hope everybody has understood everything. Now let's continue body part of this graph. Second part, you can write down, you can start your body part from here also. Now interestingly, moving on to the period from 2006 to 2012, a closer look reveals that. So it's very easy to start next sentence of body part. The average prices of property, subject, inclined means increased vocabulary. The link is in the description box. In all the three cities, Mumbai, New York and Dubai, except means अन्य सिवाय, गुजराती में ऐसा बोलते हैं, and in Hindi इसके अलावा. Except in Sydney. See, in Sydney the prices have decreased. Yes, of course. Now full stop. Be very careful. The prices increment. Prices apostrophe. The prices increment means increase was exactly 10% in Mumbai. See, I had written the data before in pre-writing. So now it has become very easy for me just to see and write down. In Mumbai, it saves my time also. Around 6% in New York and approximately 3%, around I have written already, 3% in Dubai. Then means compared to, you can write on compared to also. Those means prices in 1999. So, full stop. Now in this manner, you can move ahead in writing body part of any graph. Right? Now again I am going to give you some time just to see, write it down. Again, if you have any problem, do comment me in the comment box. Let's start. Alright, now let's finish the body part of this graph. See, now next sentence, see very easily that in Sydney, only in Sydney, the property prices decline. This is subject, this is MV2, means past participle, by about 10%. See, the data I did decide in pre-writing. That's why I can easily write it down without any mistake. In the time span 2006 to 2012, compared to those in 1999, same method. Now next sentence you can start from here also. Not only this, but it is also visible that in New York, see in New York, from 2000 to 2005, from 2006 to 2012. See, means in all the 12 years, in New York, property prices always, see, always means हमेशा. In my one video lecture spoken English, the series of video lectures of spoken English, I have taught you simple present tense, means in which with the word always, we always use simple present tense, means MV1, present participle. Just the link is in the description box. If you have any problem, open the link and say it. Prices always rise in all the 12 years. Yes, in all the 12 years. Then means compared to those means prices in other 3 cities. Just make your full stop proper. So we have finished the body part of this graph. Before moving to teach you overview, I am again giving you some time to write it down. You have time, start. Alright, now I hope that you all have understood how to write an introduction, how to write a body part of any of the graph of this bar chart also. Now I am going to move on to overview. See, many students they get confused that where to write down the overview, after introduction or after body. Anywhere you can write down, no worries. Now how to start overview and what is overview? We need to write down that thing in overview that we have not mentioned in the body part. Fine. So means repetition is not allowed. See, how can we write down overview over here? You can start overview from here also, a quick look, or you can start overview from here overall. A quick look or overall. A quick look at the bar chart suggests that in New York, see what happens in New York. In New York, the prices always increase. In New York, property prices show steady rise. Steady means continuous rise. I set you in my description box video lecture. The link is there in the description box. Please see it. The vocabulary is in that video lecture. Steady rise, full stop, while, comma, in Sydney. See, in Sydney, the scene is different. Why different? Because there is steady, I could say decline from 2000 to 2012. The scene is different in all the 12 years. So, we can finish overview of graph in this manner. This is really very easy. Just give little time and you can learn it very easily. In this manner, we can write down any graph. Understand? Now I am going to give you again some time. See, write down the overview. You can write it down in your own words also. Then comment me, mail me or WhatsApp me. Start. So in this manner you can write on bar chart. तो बार चार्ट उतना ही इजी है जितना लाइन ग्राफ है और बाकी के ग्राफ्स भी बहुत ज़्यादा इजी हैं, प्रोवाइडेड आप उसकी प्रैक्टिस कीजिए. फिर भी कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है, इफ़ यू हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम यू कैन कमेंट मी इन द कमेंट बॉक्स. इसके अलावा भी आपको फिर भी प्रॉब्लम आती है कि मल्टीपल बार चार्ट कैसे लिखना है, कंबाइंड बार चार्ट कैसे लिखना है, आप मुझे कमेंट कीजिए. 100% आई एम हियर टू गाइड यू ओनली. Fine, till then, bye-bye, take care and don't forget to subscribe, comment and like this video.